Hi, this is Morley, and this is the M-Wire with a breaking news update on the subject of Russia and Ukraine. Russia has invaded Ukraine. I repeat, Russian troops are now on Ukrainian soil as we speak. But before I get into this very important update, folks, could you please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and that you have the notification bell clicked? The platform is unsubscribing people like crazy right now, and I need you to do that. And if you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Get M-Wired and hit that subscription. And you may as well click the notification bell so you are notified whenever I put out new content. Here's what's happening right now. Putin orders troops to separatist states for peacekeeping operations. Essentially, Russian president has recognized Ukraine's Luhansk and Donetsk regions as independent states, and there are now Russian troops going there as we speak, as per this video. The invasion is on, folks. This may very well signify the beginning of World War III, and the reactions from the world are very swift. The United States and the UK have already begun the process of sanctioning Russia. They have driven into the area of Donetsk and Luhansk, and now they are basically have taken over these areas. Essentially, they are on Ukrainian soil. Here's what Vladimir Putin had to say about today's actions.
Считаю необходимым принять уже давно назревшее решение. Незамедлительно признать независимость и суверенитет Донецкой Народной Республики и Луганской Народной Республики. Прошу Федеральное собрание Российской Федерации поддержать это решение, а затем и ратифицировать договоры о дружбе и взаимопомощи с обеими республиками. А от тех, кто захватил и удерживает власть в Киеве, мы требуем незамедлительно прекратить боевые действия. В противном случае вся ответственность за возможное продолжение кровопролития будет целиком и полностью на совести правящего на территории Украины.
So he sees them as separatist states essentially, and he's basically adopted them, and he's basically moving troops in there as we speak. The United States, as I said, has already begun the process of sanctions, so has the UK. Let's get into this article here that talks more about exactly what's happening in Russia right now. Please share this video, folks. This is very important. Putin orders troops to descend on eastern Ukraine for peacekeeping operations. Vladimir Putin has ordered peacekeeping operations to the Donetsk People's Republic and Luhansk People's Republic, the two territories in eastern Ukraine that Putin recognized as independent today. Here's what French President Emmanuel Macron had to say about this. Emmanuel Macron released a statement condemning Russia's recognition of two territories in eastern Ukraine as independent. By recognizing the separatist regions of eastern Ukraine, Russia is violating its commitments and undermining Ukraine's sovereignty, Macron said. I condemn this decision. I called for an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council and European sanction. So as expected, folks, world leaders all over are reacting to this, and I believe the United States is basically putting their sanctions on Russia in place right now. Everything that they said they were going to do, they're doing. They are basically taking economic action against Russia as we speak for occupying Ukraine territory. The White House just released some details on the call Joe Biden had with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. In a statement, the White House and Biden reaffirmed his commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity and condemned Putin's decision to purportedly recognize the independence of two territories in eastern Ukraine. Brandon updated Zelensky on the U.S. plan response, including our plan to issue sanctions. President Biden reiterated that the United States would respond swiftly and decisively in lockstep with its allies and partners to further Russian aggression against Ukraine, said in the statement. The White House has also released a statement on Biden's call with French President Emmanuel Macron and German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, saying the leaders discussed how they will continue to coordinate their response or next step. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, in his statement that the U.S. condemns Vladimir Putin's recognition of the two territories in eastern Ukraine as independent. This decision represents a complete rejection of Russia's commitment under the Minsk agreements, directly contradicts Russia's claimed commitment to diplomacy, and is a clear attack on Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, Blinken said, adding that the move is a flagrant disrespect for international law and norms. Blinken repeated an earlier announcement from the White House that Joe Biden will be signing an executive order authorizing limited sanctions in the region Putin declared independent. Our support for Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, as well as our government and the people of Ukraine, is unwavering, Blinken said. We will stand with our Ukrainian partners in strongly condemning President Putin's announcement. I told you, folks, I told you that after the Olympics, this could very well happen, and the Olympics ended yesterday. So we need to watch now. We need to really watch what China does with Taiwan. The fact that Ukraine is now occupied by Russians is absolutely incredible. That is an invasion, and the world is swiftly reacting as we speak. This is a statement from UK Foreign Secretary Liz Truss. Tomorrow we will be announcing new sanctions on Russia in response to their breach of international law and attack on Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The world is just in awe that Vladimir Putin has actually invaded Ukraine. Folks, this, as I said, this is not a hyperbole. It is entirely possible that World War III has essentially just begun. It may not look like it now, but this just happened literally within the last hour or two. This is breaking news. This update isn't going to be too long because I want to get this video out as quickly as possible. But I repeat, World War III may have potentially just started today. NATO Secretary Jens Stoltenberg released a statement condemning Russia, specifically saying that Russia has violated the Minsk agreements to which Russia is a party, referring to the peace deal made in 2015 following the annexation of Crimea. Russia has denied it's responsible for carrying out the peace deal. Moscow continues to fuel the conflict in eastern Ukraine by providing financial and military support to the separatists. It is also trying to stage a pretext to invade Ukraine once again, Stoltenberg said in a statement. NATO supports the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine within its international recognized borders. Allies urge Russia in the strongest possible terms to choose the path of diplomacy and immediately reverse its massive military buildup in and around Ukraine and withdraw its forces from Ukraine in accordance with its international obligations and commitments. So there it is, folks. Jens Stoltenberg, the NATO secretary, has basically confirmed that there are indeed Russian troops on Ukrainian soil. It is on. Well, folks, we wait and see what happens next. As I said, we could very well be on the precipice of World War III. Countries are going to react, whether it be militarily. I mean, they're already starting to react with sanctions. Folks, you need to share this video to the moon and back. If there is one video that you share today, please share this video. Everyone needs to know about this, especially the people that haven't really been following this. But I've been talking about this for weeks now, and it is now happening. Russia has invaded Ukraine. Thank you so much for coming along with me to this breaking news update. I will keep you updated as the developments progress, and obviously there's going to be a lot of them. Please share the video. Thank you so much for coming along, and until the next update, God bless each and every one of you. Lord help us all.